So, hello everybody, and welcome back to the third part of the biostatistics, whereby we will be discussing about the correlation and regression. So, correlation is basically different than regression. People usually, just consider them as similar, but correlation basically describes the strength of the association. Okay, and regression is used to identify the type of association between the dependent and the independent variables. So whenever we have like regression analysis, there are two types of variables: independent and dependent. Okay, so there are two types of variables. One is a regressor, one is the regression that is being regressive. So there is a plot of x versus y axis. So it can be either y on x or x on y, depending on what is given and what you have to find. So correlation and regression is very important topic, because it can help us quantify the extent of relationship, whether the correlation is positive or negative, whether the correlation is strong or weak, regression is single or multiple regression, right? Simple or multi-component regression. So that is what is important, because there will be multiple factors that are being influence that influence a particular variable. Like suppose if there is a tablet, so a tablet can be there will be multiple variables, like the disintegration time, the quantity of disintegrant, the type of disintegrant added, right? So there are multiple variables for a particular factors that affect a particular independent variable. So that is what is correlation regression all about. So if we talk about Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient, I will here give you a very easy formula whereby you can just find it within a few minutes. So R is equal to n summation of xy minus summation of x into summation of y upon square root of summation of x square minus summation n summation of x the whole square into summation of y square minus n into summation of y the whole square. Okay. So this is the best formula for correlation, and if you want to find coefficient of determination, which is r square value, just square it. And if the r square value is between 0.8 to 1, it is a strongly positive correlation. If it is between minus 0.8 or something, it is strongly negative correlation. If it is between 0.6 to 0.8, it is moderately positive correlation. And if it is less than 0.4, it is a weak correlation. Okay. So that is why correlation and regression is very important, regression analysis. So that formula is very important that I just wrote it for you. Besides that, there's another formula that is written on the screen about xy minus x into y upon n, this formula for correlation coefficient. But I guess the one that I wrote is more easier and once you get practice. So here, just make a table. Your x, y, xy, x square, y square. Okay, so your x values are these 4.5, 4, 5.2, and so on and so forth. Then your y values are 5, 5, 6. Just multiply them over here. 5 4s are 20, suppose over here. Then square the x value 16, then y square value for 25. And just incorporate the formula. So you need to find summation of y square, summation of x square, summation of xy. Then for x, summation of x. So you have to find x bar. So x bar is summation of x upon n. Okay. So that is important formula. You can use all of these formulas. Similarly, so here you can see x, y, x square, y square, and xy. Or they have removed all the values: summation of x square, summation of y square, summation of x, summation of y, summation of x, xy, right? So that is what this formula is all about. If you talk about another formula, see, this is another sum. You can just calculate this and cross check your answer whether it is 0.98 or not. You can use my formula that I've just told you, and just see whether you're getting the answer right or not. If you're not getting, then so you're lacking somewhere. Just see your what calculations have been wrong. Similarly, there's multiple correlation, but that is out of the scope and syllabus, so we will not be discussing it. But you have R12, R21 values as and all in multiple correlation. This is as homework sum for y'all. So this is x values, this is y values. Find the correlation and comment in the comment section. I'll be answering if it's right or wrong. Regression. So regression is something that is very important. You find a regression equation. Now I'm going to write three formulas. all your entire sum is based on that formula. Y is equal to a plus bx. This is your main equation. Now you do not have any values for this. So to find a, you have summation of y minus b into summation of x bar. Okay, this is you will find a. Now you don't have b, right? X ka value they will be asking in the questions. So you have x ka value. Now you have got a ka value, but y is still b is still missing. So for b, you use the formula xy minus n summation x bar into summation of y bar upon summation of x square minus n into summation of x bar the whole square. Okay. So this is a formula for slope for b. So now you have got a value, you have got b value. Simply substitute this a, simply substitute this b, and x ka value will be in your question. And that's it. You have got your regression equation. This is what is very important. People think that the sum is too long, too lengthy. So kaise hoga? But just formula, you have to add your values. That's it. And this is the method of least square. So your best fit curve is plotted, and minimum 3 points should pass like this, suppose on this line. There will be outliers, of course, but minimum 3 points must pass from this best fit curve or best fit line, and then you can extrapolate and get your answer for the unknown dependent variable, that is the y value. Okay, so here you can see regression lines can be of two types: y on x or x on y. So it can be y is equal to a plus bx, or it can be x is equal to a plus by. Sometimes in the question, to make it a 10-mark question, they ask you both. So you have to apply both the formulas. Okay. So just change the b, whatever formula I've told you all, that was for y, regression of y on x. So that is very important that you know when to use which formula and how do you modify that formula. So here also there is a formula given, but I guess the one that I have told you all is much easier to solve for the regression coefficient. And to find out r from regression slope, you have to find bxy and byx, and you will get r. So many a times, to make it again a prolonged question, they even ask you the coefficient of correlation or correlation coefficient. So for that you have to find r. How will you find r? It is simply the product on the square root of that product, which is bxy into byx. Now b already I have told you all. How do you find out summation of xy minus n into summation of x bar into summation of y bar, right? That formula I've written. So that is very important that you know about the formula. And this is the difference between correlation and regression analysis. So correlation attempts to determine the degree, to the extent, to the strength, while regression is just identify the measure of relationships. Closeness of the variable is found by correlation, and the dependency of a variable is found by regression. So you have regression coefficient and you have correlation coefficient. And regression coefficient is so this is very important difference. Sometimes in the theory question also they ask you about this difference. So this is a problem on regression. See, now you have x values, you have y values, you have to find x square, y square, xy. These 5 columns are very common. You have to make these columns, and then you can solve it using the formula that I've told, or you can use this formula. You can take screenshot, and if you have any hypothesis stated, significance test like this over here are t. So you can even apply that t-test for the same. Here, can you see that? So regression equation of x on y or regression equation of y on x. So here they have used the formula of x minus x bar is equal to b xy into y minus y bar. And then the other formula is y minus y bar is equal to, this is only x, byx into x minus x bar. These are the two again equations. The answer that you will get will be in the form of y is equal to a plus bx only. So the one that I have told you all, that will also be the same, give you all the same answer. So you can compare, you all can choose the formula that I have given you all and solve it, and then you all can compare with this formula the answer, because that is much more easier. This is a bit lengthy method, so I hope that you would have got an idea about the same over here. See, then you can find the standard error, you can find the t-test calculation, and so many other significance testing you can do. So that's all from this video. I hope you all would have got a more clear understanding about the correlation, regression, their formulas, and don't get scared of it. It is really good thing to determine the correlation coefficient, because anyone, wherever you go, they ask you the r square value. So if you are not, r square value is less than 0.995, it is rejected. So see to it that you perform all your dilutions. If you're pharmaceutical formulation scientist, all your dilutions well, so that you get a good r square value. So if you all did like my video, do like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon for more such upcoming blogs, more such upcoming videos related to biostatistics. And thank you so much for watching the video, everybody out there.